and his stepbrother, Josh Young. Amanda said the last time she saw Trey was the night before, on the 10th of May at about 10 p.m. She said that after Gowker spent the night with her, I guess his
not fucking
they
Freddy.
knocked boots and then went to the store and bought cigarettes. This was confirmed by CCTV.
Family and friends prepare for his funeral. The questions surrounding his death are continuing to mount. His body was found Wednesday in a ditch near Liberty High School by some students. The school is in the same neighborhood where Zwicker's mother lives. Police suspect foul play, but have not made public any information about a potential motive, and they've not labeled anyone a suspect or person of interest.
But still, there remained questions about one of the Joshes being involved with what happened to Trey. This was then exacerbated by the fact that soon after Trey's funeral, Josh Gowker took his son, left town. Gowker skipped a probation appointment. They just disappeared, not looking too good, and Amanda at the same time filed a protective order against Josh. She had just spent the night with Gowker the night her son was killed, and so if she had her suspicions about him, well, an Amber Alert was issued for Josh Young, as he was 15 years old at the time, and it seems to, I don't know, he was abducted by his father. Nobody really knew what had happened. And then things become even more complicated. See, Cassie, the cousin, told the authorities that Josh Young had confessed to her before he skipped town with his dad that he'd killed Trey Zwicker. She said that he came over to her house that night after he had murdered him to wash away blood and stuff. So it was a dad and son team on the run. And who knows what was actually the story. Yeah, this one is sort of batshit. That snowball will continue to grow.
Louisville's father and son are both in an Alabama jail, arrested on gun charges following an Amber Alert last night.
Literally.
15-year-old Joshua Young had been missing since Tuesday.
That's right, Karen. There are still a lot of questions this afternoon, really surrounding the entire case. Like, why were the two in Alabama? Why were they carrying guns? And maybe most importantly, who killed 14-year-old Trey Zwicker?
On June 23rd, 2011, about a month after the murder, they were both finally found and arrested in Alabama. Found because they were, committing more crimes. See, Gowker allegedly held a woman at gunpoint and forced her to drive them away, eventually hoping to flee the country. However, she escaped at one point and told the cops. Josh Young was extradited back to Kentucky and charged with murder. And his dad was charged with kidnapping and violating his parole.
I'm not going to get into detail on who we spoke with and who we didn't, mainly for the purposes of what little we can still do to protect the juvenile identity. I know there's quite a bit of information out there, but I don't want to add to that anymore than it's already been.
However, the charges against Gowker for kidnapping, they didn't really stick because it turned out that Josh Gowker and the woman he had, kidnapped, they had a bit of a history. Josh Young, he was in the shit though, as police were full sure he had murdered his stepbrother.
Fucking long walkways and shit.
So let's kind of walk through this part first. Tell me the truth.
We brought him back with him until he was going to take a shower and calm down to his life. So Cassie's not planned on I don't know if I can stay down there or stay down there, but I got comfortable down at Cassie's. So watch me sleep down there.
I don't want you to get jammed up in this murder case at all.
Okay?
Why would some of your friends, male or female, come to me and say that you and your dad were talking about how you all would kill people before Trey was murdered, and that Trey was murdered in a similar fashion how like you grabbed back in your dad? So why would they lie about that?
Grudges? I don't know. I get along with everybody.
So if I had a grudge with...
So nobody would really have a reason. I never once talked about it with anybody. I've never heard my dad talk about it with anybody. My dad liked Trey so bad.
Talk about... So why did you want to What made you want to leave with me? girl that was with her,
Just for
did you meet her before? Have you met her before? I mean, because obviously your dad is on parole, so he's not even in this county. I mean, your life was pretty good while your dad was in prison. You got in that. You had a much better situation.
I mean, I love my dad more than anybody in this world, and I'd rather be with him than anybody in this world. So my life was much better with my dad.
So your wife was better getting arrested in Alabama?
Being with my dad, it's all worth it.
I mean, you want to find the person responsible for this, right?
Well, of course, no question. Yeah.
What's the question I'm asking?
As much as anybody does.
So your honesty is important in this investigation.
I understand that. I have nothing to do with it. You know, it's bad. That's why you're harassing us and our whole family is still really trying to figure out. And then it's going on.
So at this stage, you have the unsolved murder of Trey Zwicker, a father and son team who went on the run, or rather, actually, what they said was they went on vacation to Alabama. Who goes on vacation to Alabama? And then you have the father's lover, his cousin, saying that the son confessed to the crime. After Gowker was released in Alabama, the kidnapping charge fell apart. He eventually made his way back to Kentucky, where he was arrested again for skipping probation. When he was arrested, it seems he may have initially confessed that his son murdered Trey Zwicker.
Shit!
Even though the authorities have
No, I know where your shit is. Not that it even matters.
the motive was never kind of found. At least not for Josh Young, because Josh Gowker changed
Oh,
his mind.
fucking go to
Said
that.
that he had
Please go to that,
himself,
Jen.
and that his son had nothing to do with it at all. The motive, well, he gave a few. On the night Trey Zwicker was killed, maybe he stole Josh Gowker's food. Or maybe it was weed he stole. Or maybe it was because he learned that his wife Amanda had an abortion and he wanted to, quote, get even with her. Not only that, he also said he had planned on killing Amanda too. So now they have a 15-year-old Josh Young who they charged with murder, and a 31-year-old Josh Gowker who's confessing to it.
Come on, bro. You're fucking gay.
Younger Josh Young
I just got off the hook.
house that night and confessed he had done it, and that he had beaten Trey with a baseball bat, while Josh the older was saying he had done it with a pipe.
Fucking
In
douche.
2012, Josh Gowker was charged with Trey's murder, and Josh Young's charges were downgraded to conspiracy to commit murder, as allegedly he knew his father was going
Please
to kill
leave me the fuck alone.
In the summer of 2013, 33-year-old Josh Gowker was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. He will be eligible for parole in 2031.
That judge says he wished he could have imposed an even harsher punishment.
A few weeks ago, 33-year-old Josh Gowker admitted beating Trey Zwicker to death with a pipe. Until then, he pointed the finger at his son. Gowker is a man with a violent past, and Zwicker's relatives urged the judge to show no mercy.
He's taking responsibility for it.
Oh my god, I can't believe I got away.
That should be
Sorry, buddy.
evidence that the court should consider when determining punishment.
As Gowker's attorney attempted to make his case for leniency, Gowker's son Josh sat at the table behind him. He's also charged with Trey Zwicker's May 2011 killing. Gowker pleaded guilty a few weeks ago. He told the court he acted alone.
Hardest thing I ever had to do was bury my 14-year-old son. No parent should ever have to feel that pain. The second hardest thing I ever had to do was tell my daughter, then 8 years old, that her brother, her best friend, her playmate, was never coming home again. And I hope Josh burns to the pits of hell. God gets the final judgment.
It just amazes me that you sit there with a smirk on your face and you smile through this whole process, knowing the pain that you caused all these people. I hope I never set eyes on you again.
Fuck yeah, he's camping her.
Not long after his dad was sent away, a 17-year-old Josh Young had his turn on trial. At his trial, Josh Gowker testified that
Dude's
he
trash as
alone
fuck, bro.
committed the murder of Trey Zwicker.
And what are you serving?
Life.
For what?
Killing Trey.
Did you enter into a guilty plea or did a jury find you guilty?
I just pled guilty.
Can you tell the jury what you told the judge when you pled guilty? What the facts were?
That I killed him for stealing from me and for keeping on stealing shit, you know? But that wasn't really the real, I mean, I don't know. It wasn't, it just felt right at the time, but that wasn't why I did it. I mean, it's not like I wanted Trey to die, or if I could do it over, I'd kill him again. None of that, you know? I mean, his mother killed a couple of mine, and it just felt right. I mean, I know it sounds monstrous and all that shit, but it's not. If we was in the Old Testament, it'd be the same thing. I don't know if he came downstairs or came in from the back porch or where he came from. I don't know. I know what you're doing. You're trying to make microscopic little holes in the shit that I didn't even give a fuck about 2 years ago. So how can I tell you the exact thing now when I really didn't give a fuck then?
Dude is trash as fuck. Fucking little bitch ass motherfucker. You got shit on, motherfucker. And you had Freddy, so you're even weaker for that. And you had Ebony more, dude. You're trash. Bitch ass motherfucker. Lame ass motherfucker.